Venezia dentro il cuore, voglio solo cori dietro le transenne.
Pescara. 3 minutes played, Ricardo Sotil receiving the ball from Lorenzo Lolo. Lolo then getting it back. Lolo then trying to see if there's anyone in the box. Finds Longo in the box, takes the shot. It's saved. And then that's apparently a foul. And not only that, it's a yellow card. Man, these refs really be getting...
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza.
24 minutes played now. It's Lolo once again. Through ball to Sotil. Sotil could curl it around the keeper. Of course not. 40 minutes played now. Pescara with their first chance in the match. It's Balzano. Failed cross goes to Bozhinov. It's then cleared out very poorly and then headed towards the goal by Del Grosso. And luckily enough, it was off target. Minutes later, Modolo is dispossessed by a Pescara player. Now it's de Suazo to Galano, who brings it down to the edge of the box, off to Bozhinov, and Bozhinov gets it saved by Lazzarini, luckily enough. Now into the second half, 66 minutes played, it's Vaca to Longo, Longo threading it to Fiorellino, who takes the shot, and it's just saved by the Pescara keeper. It's a very brilliant save by him. 70 minutes played now, a chance for Venezia once again. We're just desperate for something, just a goal, something. I mean, we've had so many chances, and yet for some reason we just can't find the back of the net. But it's Longo who goes down pretty easily. Is that really a penalty? Probably not, but it is a penalty nonetheless. And Ricardo Sotil for the winner. He does it. 1-0 to Venezia. That's how the match would end. On to the next match, please. But before we get into our next match, let's look at the table once again. As you can see, we are still first place in the league. Now, what I'm going to talk about real quick is the goal differential. It is absolutely ridiculous, I know, but the issue is that the game is so broken that I've had to change the sliders over and over and over again to find the perfect, I guess, difficulty for me. Anyways, second place, Empoli with 53 points. They're 11 points still behind us. Then it's Spezia and Crotone, both with 49 points. Ascoli with 48. Benevento with 46, Juve Stabia with 45, and then finally, to round off the playoff positions, it's Virtus and Tela with 44. Cremonese. Early into the match, chance for Venezia already. It's Lorenzo Lolo to Luca Fiorellino to Longo. Longo now through ball to Fiorellino. Fiorellino with some room. He cuts inside, tries to take the shot, and it's a good save by the keeper nonetheless. Just a couple minutes later, another chance for Venezia. It's Lorenzo Lolo. A defender tries to outstrengthen him, but it just doesn't work out whatsoever. Lorenzo just shows his dominance. He passes it to Longo, and Longo makes it 1-0 for Venezia, just like that. Cremonese with their first chance right before the end of the half. It's Giovanni on the edge of the box. He crosses it in. It's a good save by Lazzarini. It's also quite a mess in the back here, but then it's Piccolo. Cittadella. This match was completely dominated by us. The scoreline doesn't reflect that whatsoever, but it's Zuccolini, a great timed through ball to Monticello. Monticello completely misses the net. 4 minutes later, another chance for Venezia. It's Zuccolini this time to Monticello, great ball to Lolo, and he takes the shot. Once again, Venezia not stopping this bombardment of attacks here. It's Lolo once again turning his defender, and once again the keeper saves it. About like 2 minutes later, another chance for Venezia. It's Lorenzo Lolo, this time threading it out to Fiorellino. Fiorellino takes the shot, and once again it is saved by the keeper. Into the 19th minute, it's Fiorellino to Lolo, threading it to Monticello, who takes the shot.
5 saves in 19 minutes.
And you thought we were done? Of course not. It's Lorenzo Lolo once again. What's he gonna do? He's gonna take it again and miss it. We decided to take a little break from all the bombarding of Cittadella's defense here, but finally we get another attack. It's Monticello to Lorenzo Lolo, who's led this team in trying to get attacks. It's Monticello, through ball to Fiorellino, and Fiorellino.
Oh! How? No!
Then we go into the second half, and this time around there are not as many chances, but it's Venezia with Alessandro Capello on this wing, hops over a defender, that signature little hop that he does sometimes. He brings it in for Sotil, who takes the shot, but what's this? Capello is fouled in the box, and luckily enough, we get to possibly escape with once again another penalty. And Sotil, all you have to do is score this one here, boy. Yes, he does. He's not gonna miss it. It's a great penalty, and we're 1-0 up against Cittadella, just like that. Juve Stabia. It's simple. If we win the league. Yeah, so, I think the party's gonna have to wait. We win, we win the league. Venezia, we're of course determined to win this league. It's Riccardo Sotil to Semprini on this wing. He brings it in for Luca Fiordolino, and it's just too simple. We're picking apart this Frosinone defense like they're nothing, and Samuele Longo with once again another goal, and it's 1-0 to Venezia FC, just like that. Moments later, it's another attack. It's a counter-attack this time, and it's Semprini once again who is just dominating Frosinone. But you know who else is? It's Fiordolino, who also is just tearing apart this back four, and he makes it 2-0 for Venezia. The title is ours at this point. And since this is the Serie B, I'm not going to show the entire celebration, but as you can see, our first trophy of many, Marco lifted up high and proudly, because more than likely, you're not going to be lifting anymore after that, because you're like 31, okay? I'm sorry. All right, so with the league title win, the rest of the highlights will be a lot shorter. Just because, you know, what's the point of going so detailed when you've already won the league? Crotone. It wasn't until nearly the end of the half where we got our first chance. It's Felicioli to Aramu through ball to Longo, and Longo with the near post shot off the post and in, and it's 1-0 just like that. Livorno. This match was a little bit different. We didn't really dominate, nor did we do that well, to be honest. It's Lolo on the ball. He gets intercepted by the attacker, and now it goes to Lucci, and Lucci puts it in the back of the net after some terrible passing and mistakes by this Venezia defense. But obviously we are not going to stop there. We never accept defeat. It's Pimenta, our Portuguese winger that has barely played for us, to Zuccolini all by himself for some reason, and it's 1-1 just like that. 38 minutes played, it's Alessandro Semprini to Zuccolini to Fiordolino to Lorenzo Lolo threading it to Sotil, and Sotil is just going to calmly curl it into the back of the net to turn this game around and make it 2-1 for us. 71 minutes played though. Livorno were not done with us whatsoever. It's Simovic to Rizzo back to Simovic, and that is unsavable. Ascoli with the first chance, and it's in the 23rd minute. It's Scamacca threading it to Cavion backheel to Scamacca, and that's some good play by Ascoli. Fair play to them. It's 1-0. 90 minutes played, and the referee just decides, well, you Venezia, not gonna blow the whistle here, but it's a tackle that's failed by Armini, and well, that just results in a cross and a goal, and it's 2-0 to Ascoli. Probably our worst defeat of the season, which is kind of impressive to be honest. Virtus Entella. Early chance for Venezia here is Cristian Molinaro leading this attack in the 4th minute. He threads it out to Sotil, a beautifully timed pass, and then Sotil just fools his defender like nothing, and he then just runs away from his defender, then crosses it in for Lolo on the end of it, and Lolo with the meaty header into the back of the net, and it's 1-0 to Venezia. One thing you're going to notice about Riccardo Sotil is that he's been much more of an impact player lately, and that's because we've been actually playing him in the right position. You know, he can play right wing, but he's definitely not the best at it. And left wing, I mean, he's been destroying teams lately. So that's my lesson learned. But here's a penalty thanks to Sotil. And Sotil, well, he's going to bury that one. He has a goal and an assist for the first time in his career at Venezia, and I'm so proud of him. Virtus Entella were not going to give up that easily, even if they were 2-0 down. It's Crimi on the ball. Now Crimi trying to see if he can find anyone in the box. Runs away from Armini, crosses it in for an open Settembrini, and Settembrini celebrates in the best way possible by staring at one of his teammates through the goal. And finally, our last match, Cosenza. 28 minutes played, it's Cristian Molinaro once again on the attack. He cuts inside, then he passes it to Lolo threading it to Fiordolino, and Fiordolino with a beautiful blast into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for Venezia, just like that. But then Cosenza had one attack, and it was just enough to, well, give him a goal, as it's Bruccini to Insarade threading it to Bruccini all by himself. It's saved the first time, but then, well, Lazarini's not going to double save that. It's just unfortunate enough. We get a bit unlucky there, and yeah, we get a 1-1 draw in our last match in the Serie B, but hey, we promoted and we won the league. And with season 1 done just like that, it's time to look at the table once again. Venezia, obviously, first place. We won the league by so many points. Below us is Crotone with 67 points. I mean, that just tells you a lot there. Obviously, yes, the goal differential is a problem, but it'll be fixed up in Serie A. Now let's look at the top scorers of the league, the top assisters, and the clean sheets. Samuele Longo, our loaned out striker, sadly, he will not be with us next season, had 15 goals in 33 matches. Pretty impressive. But let's not forget about Lorenzo Lolo there in 14th with 10 goals. He had a very, very solid season. Not even solid, I say he had an excellent season. Assists, we dominated, and probably because, well, you know, the sliders. But let's just ignore that and acknowledge the achievements we have here. So Fiorellino had 12 assists, he led the league, and then Lorenzo Lolo right behind him with 11 assists. And then when you drop down to 7th place, you have Riccardo Sotil and Samuele Longo, both with 9 assists. And then without a doubt, I mean, Luca Lazzarini was gonna have the most clean sheets. He's one of the most promising keepers in terms of Serie B, and one of the, I guess, good prospects in the Serie A that we're about to see. But 19 clean sheets, very good season for him. Let's look at the club stats. Of course, Samuele Longo had the most goals with 16 goals and 10 assists. Then you have Alessandro Capello, who had also a very good season with 10 goals and 5 assists. Lorenzo Lolo, like we said before, had an excellent season, 10 goals, 12 assists, the double digits, and both in goals and assists. I mean, you can't get better than that. Riccardo Sotil in his first season, growing to a 70 rating and also getting 9 goals and 10 assists. Luca Fiorellino, another player that had an amazing season, 7 goals, 12 assists. This man, like I said before, is going to be the future of our squad, and it's going to show very much in Serie A next season, I'm sure of it. Franco Zuccolini, not a bad season for him, 6 goals, 7 assists. I would say he was very good defensively though. Gaetano Monechello had 5 goals and 10 appearances, so I mean, like, I didn't play him that much because he's also alone, but still impressive stats. Gagliara with 3 goals, 2 assists, not bad. Adamu with also 3 goals, but also this time just 1 assist. I would say that he's probably one of Venezia's actual top players this season, but according to FIFA, that would not be the case whatsoever. And then just to look at the squad at the end of the season, a lot of growth has been made, and I'm very proud of every single one of these players, even Longo. Alessandro Capello was at a 67, he is now 69 rated. Longo was still the same. Sotil went from a 64 rating to a 70 rating, so obviously he's already very promising. Fiorellino went from a 69, I believe, to a 72 rating, so that's just fantastic. He has a potential of 78, so he's got plenty more to grow. Zuccolini and Lolo stayed the same, but they have been solid nonetheless. They are kind of aging, so we might need a backup. Cristian Molinaro actually downgraded 1 because, well, he is 36, but for a 36-year-old, he was very impressive. Captain Italia, Niccolò Armini himself, 71 rated. He came from a 66 rating to a 71 rating, so impressive. Marco Modolo, he didn't grow. I mean, he's very old. Still a very solid season for him nonetheless, though. Alessandro Semprini went from a 63 to a 66, and soon enough, he will be 67 after this bit recorded here. And then Luca Lazzarini, who I believe started at a 67 rating, is now at a 71. So, Serie A, be careful. I would not underestimate this club whatsoever. The sensei himself went from a 62 rating to a 64 rating. Motauto is still 66. Vaca, I still believe, is also 68. Youssef Maleh went from a 60 rating to a 66 rating, I believe, actually, so that's quite good. He also has a potential of 73, so he could also be a very good backup, or even, maybe even start for us around mid-season of the Serie A season. We'll see though. Gagliara had a very good season, but he is one of our loans, so he's going to be leaving, sadly enough. Mattia Adamu, very good season for him. It's sad to say that he only has a potential of 70, even though he's 24. I don't know what the issue is there, but nonetheless, very good season for him. He actually upgraded, I believe, 2 ratings. Fiordaliso, he grew 1 rating. Marino, he's 30 years old, he's not going to do anything. Ceccheroni, he was alone, he grew a bit. Felicioli, look out for him next season. He still has a lot of room to grow because I believe he can go to a 76 rating. Bertinato, don't know too much about him, but I think he grew a couple ratings. Casale also grew, but he's also alone. Pimenta actually grew from, I believe, a 53 rating, so good job to him. De Marino, also another player that I believe grew a little bit. Riccardi, another player that I believe is on loan. Firenze, I believe, is also another player on loan. Cremonese, for the fact that he had, 37 sprint speed, actually did quite well. But Serie A attackers are a bit of a different breed, so I wouldn't doubt the fact that he probably could be completely destroyed next season. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Pomini is 39 years old and somehow he is still not announced retirement. And then finally Lakicevic, who I believe was kind of a disappointment for me. He did grow, I think, 1 rating, but still, I mean, he was kind of disappointing. And you could tell, like, I was playing Semprini more during the last couple more matches because, well, he just was overall better. So tune in April 18th. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. UK time. It's gonna be fun because I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm sure it's gonna be fun. It's the opener, okay? These never fail to excite people. But yeah, I'll see you guys then.